Okay, so we're looking at prime factors again. We're carrying on. This time I'm going to find the highest common factor using prime factors. So hit pause, make the notes. When you're ready, write starter, and we'll have a quick look at the starter then. So hit pause now. Okay, so starter, back to our normal starter. So hit pause, have a go. And when you're ready to go through the solutions, hit play again. I want to see those workings out. Bean, that means you as well. Okay, off you go. Hit pause. Okay, so let's have a look at working these out. What fraction is equivalent to the first part of a ratio of 1 to 4? 1 to 4 means how many parts altogether? 5. And the first part is 1, so that's going to be 1 out of 5. Mark with a green pen, please. Write in ascending order. Ascending means smallest to biggest. Now, when I look at these, I think, right, I'm going to convert them into something that's the same, or make them the same, as we always say. So I'm going to use decimals. 54% is 0.54. 3 out of 6, that's a half. It's the same as 0.5. And 0.51 is just 0.51 as decimal. So smallest to largest. Ascending, we have the smallest is 3 out of 6. Next smallest is 0.51, and the biggest then is going to be 54%. Number 3, divide 32 pounds in the ratio of 1 to 7. So when I'm going to share in a given ratio, I have my 3 steps: add, divide, multiply. So I add my ratios. 1 plus 7 equals 8. Then I divide. So I've got 8 parts altogether. What's the value of 1 part? So I do 32 divided by 8, which is 4. So 1 share is 4. And then I multiply by the 2, by the ratios then. So 1 times 4, which is 4, and 7 parts, or 7 times 4, which is 28. And you can do a check if you want. When you add them together, 4 and 24 gives you 32 pounds. Okay, so we've shared it in a given ratio, 4 to 28. Find the mode. What does mode mean? Correct, most common. And that's going to be, the most common number there is 3. Mode is a very useful one. It's the only one that works with non-numeric, or no, when you don't have numbers, because you can say which color is the most. Okay, and the median is the middle number after we put them in order. Luckily they've put them in order for us, so let's look for the middle. Cross one off each end, one at a time, and another one. Oh, we've got 2 in the middle, so that means I have to find the midpoint, or halfway between those two. So I do 4 to find the average of those two. 4 plus 8 divided by 2, 12 over 2, which is 6. With this, I've noticed that there are a couple of you who are splitting it up and putting brackets around it. Don't do that. Just keep it exactly as it is. Just collect the ones that are the same. So 4a, and then I'm looking for any more terms in a. There's a minus 2a, remember the sign in front of it, so 4a minus 2a, I got a plus 5b, and then a minus 3b, that's a 3 there. Okay, so when I sum them, 4a minus 2a gives me 2a, and then 5b minus 3b gives me plus 2b, so that's my answer there. 2a plus 2b. How would you test the hypothesis that more cars on the road are silver than any other color? Conductor survey. Okay, good. Before we rag it, we've got one more question. So hit pause, have a go, and when you're ready, hit play again. Well, if we run the bath at the same rate, it's gonna rise at a steady, constant rate up. So the depth is gonna get higher and higher over time. So we've got depth and time, so it's gonna rise higher and higher. It's very dodgy having these little corners here. They shouldn't be there, I think. We're just gonna imagine that it's just a sharp 90-degree corner. So our answer has got to be C then. Okay, it's going to fill at the same rate all the way from the bottom to the top. So C. Okay, good. So what I want you to do now is, in a second, hit pause. I want you to rag rate your work. Okay, and hopefully you've made any corrections that are necessary in green, and I'll be looking at that later. Good. Hit pause, rag your work. Okay, so now we're quite confident with prime numbers after our lesson yesterday. We know exactly what they are. Anyone want to recall? They're a number with only, correct, 2 factors. So it's got, only 2 numbers can go into it. Itself and 1. Is 1 a prime factor, a prime number? No, because it's only got 1 factor. And the prime numbers up to 50, we looked at those yesterday. Remember, 2 is very special prime number because it's the only even prime number. And you got to know all the prime numbers up to 50. Okay. No need to make these notes, you got them from yesterday. Let's look at what the highest common factor means. So it's a factor, which means it goes into another number. Okay, so that's what factors mean. They can divide into another number without any remainders. Highest common factor of 2 numbers is the biggest number that goes into both of them. Okay, so let's have a look at an example. So if you have 24 and 18, the highest common factor of them is 6, because 6 is the biggest number that goes into 18 and into 24. If you look at 45 and 36, it's 9. 9 times 5 goes into 45, and 9 times 4 goes into 36. So 9 is the biggest number that goes into both of those. Okay, oh, here we go. The highest common factor of 15 and 22 is 1, because 15, 1 is the only number that goes into 15 and into 22. Okay, 22 has got other factors. It's got 11 goes into it and 2 goes into it, but they don't go into 15. Okay, so let's have a look then. Actually, hit pause, make some notes on this page, and when you're ready, we'll look at an example then. Okay, so this is our first example. Find the highest common factor of 28 and 42. So same as yesterday, first we've got to do our tree. Okay, so our factor tree, and we look at what numbers go into 28 and 42. Well, we start with the smallest number, so we try 2. Does 2 go into 28? Yes, 14 times. And then we go again. Does 2 go into 14? Yes, it does. How many times? 7 times. Now 2 is a prime number, as is 7. Now you've got to write on the bottom here, 28 is equal to 2 squared times 7. Okay. Now you have to write that bit there, Tom Frater, make sure you write that in full. Then we look at 42 and we split that up as well. So we try 2, yes, it goes into 42, 21 times. We circle the 2 because it's prime, and then we try again. Now, this time, we note that 2 doesn't go into 21. 3 does, we know that, because 3 times 7, which is also a prime number. So we can say 42 is equal to 2 times 3 times 7. Now, we want the highest common factor of both of those numbers, HCF. So it's the biggest number that goes into both of them. So we look at the factors that are in common. Okay, this has got 2 2's here, but this has only got 1 2, so I can only take one of the 2's. And this has got 7 and a 7 there, so it's 2 times 7, which is 14. So the not 44, 14. So the highest common factor is 14. So 14 goes into 28 2 times and into 42 3 times. Okay. So hit pause, copy down that example. When you're ready, hit play again and we'll look at another example. Okay, in this example, I want you to find the HCF of 48 and 120. What I want you to do this question. So first off, use your factor tree to find the factors, the prime factors of 48 and 120. And once you've done that, then hit play and we'll go through it together. Okay, so with 48, let's break it down into our prime factor tree. 2 goes into 48. How many times? 24 times. Circle the 2 because it is prime. And then we go after the 24. Does 2 go? Yes. 12 times. Circle the 2 because it's prime. And then we try again. Smallest number we try is always 2, and 2 goes 6 times. Circle that because it's prime, and I think this might be the last time we have a go here. So 2 goes into 6 3 times, and both of those are prime. So we can say 48 is equal to 2 to the power of 1 2 3 4 times 3. 120, let's have a go at that. Always starting with 2, it does go. Half of 120 is 60. Circle that because it's prime, and we try again. 2 does go into 60 30 times. Circle that. Try again. Oh, very good. 2 does go into 30 15 times. Circle the 2. And lastly here, well, 2 doesn't go, but 3 does go into 15, we know that, 5 times. And 5 is a prime number. So we say 120 is equal to 2, 1, 2, 3 of them, 2 to the power of 3, times 3, just 1 3, and times 5. So now the highest common factor, HCF, is going to be equal to, so we're looking at what number goes into 48 and 120. We've got 2's go, but the maximum number of 2's that go into both of them is 2 to the power of 3. Okay, we can't have 2 to the fourth one because this one has 4, this one only has 3, so we can only take 3. Times, remember it's times 3 because 3 goes into them. And we have got to ignore the 5 because 5 doesn't go into 48. Now 2 cubed is 8 times 3, so it's going to be 24. That's our answer. So hopefully you got that. What I want you to do, if you didn't, hit pause, make some notes, some corrections, and when you're ready, hit play again. Good, off you go. Okay, this time, this is definitely all yours. So highest common factor of 60 and 96. So hit pause and find the highest common factors for me. Good, off you go. Okay, for 60 we try 2. See if 2 goes into it or not. My prime numbers. 2 goes 30 times. Circle the 2 because it's prime. And we try 2 again into 30. It does go 15 times. Circle the 2. 2 doesn't go into 15, but 3 does 5 times. So we can say 60 is equal to two 2's, so 2 squared times 3 times 5. Okay, and we do the same thing for 96. Check first if 2 goes into it. It does. It's an even number, so that's going to be 48 times. Circle the 2, and then we try again with 2 into 48, 24 times. Circle the 2 because it's prime. 2 does go into 24, 12 times. Circle the 2, and 2 goes into 12, yep, 6 times. Circle the 2, and 2 again goes into 6. That's a lot of 2's. 3 times. So we can say 96 is equal to, let's write that here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's. So 2 to the power of 5 times 3. Now to find the highest common factor of both of those numbers, we're looking for what's common. Now 2's are common, but only 2 squared, because we can't have more than 2 squared in both of them. This one's got 2, this one's got more, so we've got to take the minimum one. So it's 2 squared times 3. And 2 squared is 4 times 3, which is equal to 12. So 12 is the biggest number that goes into 60 and 96. Good. Hit pause, make some corrections, and when you're ready to move on, hit play again. Okay, so classwork for today then is to find the highest common factor of the following sets of numbers. First few are two numbers, but then you get to question 13 and it's 3 numbers you have to find the highest common factor. Okay, good. Good luck.